morning. Welcome to another morning of working out. I think today is the last day of summer, turning into the first day of fall. So if that makes you happy. We're doing some one-arm rowing and SLRDLs. The SLRDL is this exercise. I'll show you more in detail, but just to give you an idea, we're having a weight in our hand and we're just teeter-tottering from the hip. So like 3 pounds, 5 pounds works well. Even like 15, 20, 50 pounds works for that if that's something you do. So get your weight, and then when you're ready, come back, and we're going to start moving. Side shuffle and get warmed up. All right, so those are kind of the two main strength exercises we're going to start with today. Remember, this is your warm-up. You might choose to just do exactly what I'm doing and realize that just feels too slow for you, or it feels too fast for you. So change it up a little bit. This can be a step with little steps, and it can be super springy and boundy. If you got more room than me, feel free to use it. And notice how the breathing sometimes really quickly increases. And if you're new to this exercise stuff, and the rate at which your breathing increases at the beginning of what should be an easy warm-up, if that's alarming to you, well, I'm here to tell you that that's kind of normal. Your body should respond by increasing its breath. And what you'll notice in a few minutes is that breathing starts to settle and your body gets used to the movement. 3, 2, 1, come on out. Let's do butt kickers. Let's do these kind of at a medium pace, okay? Not too fast, not springy, but also not slow, not that squeezy type that we do sometimes. Just a nice rhythmic motion. Toes lift inside the shoe, head up, chest up. As you transition from one foot to the other, feel your balance kick in, okay? Even though you're only balancing for a moment, are you in charge of that? Can you hold it if you need to? Let's give that a shot, okay? We're gonna pick a leg and then we're gonna stop on it, lift your heel, hold this butt kicked position. 3, 2, 1, same thing, transition. Kick your butt and hold it. 3, 2, 1, we're doing it again, other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing one more. Butt kick position in 5. I know I delayed. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, last one. Butt kick, hold. Woo. And we're going to stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on out. Excellent. Baby jumping jacks. Oh, again, those really slow or static positions we can get into. Really safe and also really stimulating. All right, baby jumping jacks again. Stepping out, stepping in. Some people like hopping, some people don't. Make it work for you. If you don't like hopping, I would suggest once in a while, try it. See what happens. See what it feels like. And then stop. Don't do too much. If you never try it at all, you may never get good at it. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, let's just do some arm circles. We're going to do some upper body stuff. Well, mostly in relation to our part B plank stuff. But arm circles, you pick the direction, the size, and the speed. What I want is your elbows to be straight and your shoulders to never come up towards your ears. The arms can rise, but the shoulders should not. All right. Excellent. When you're doing this, you're still bracing your stomach like you're doing a little mini plank on the floor. So you're holding your body nice and rigid. There's a little bit of tension in your legs still. You're not just floppy for the rest of your body. And we're going to change directions. 3, 2, 1. Same thing, other way. Now this can feel completely different. Maybe the size has to get smaller, or one arm is doing something different. Try to have the same speed through every part of the motion. If part of this motion feels uncomfortable or wonky to you, you might just kind of quickly zoom through it. Try not to do that. Try to just enjoy every part of it, okay? 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, so we do need to get the hips and hamstrings opened up because that's a big part of our SLRDLs, single leg Romanian deadlifts. So we're going to take a big step back, sweep the arms forwards, touch the fingers. You get to choose how big you step backwards, how low you go. And then if it's there for you, maybe, just maybe, those fingers touch above you. Maybe your balance is there so you can actually watch your fingers touch. Hopefully, I'm suggesting a thing or two that pulls you out of what you would normally do for yourself, and now you're trying something different. Maybe failing completely, or maybe just on the verge of, ooh, I didn't know I could do that. Anyways, follow along. Use the instructions for what they're worth. Okay, second last one. Then I got one more to go here. All right, come on out of that. So your breathing should be kind of elevated. Now you're catching your breath, and we'll figure out what's next. So I'm going to have a 50-second clock running and a 30-second rest. So we'll do an SLRDL on one side, then a row, SLRDL other side, then a row. So if the weight's in my right hand, my right leg is going to go backwards. I want my ear hole, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle all lined up. When I bend, and my left leg, the one that's on the ground, it has just the slightest of bends in it, and I'm trying to keep it right there. It doesn't bend more as I bend forwards. This is complicated. If you've never done this before, you might think, are you kidding me? That's what it looks like, okay? So if you've never done this before, and now you're thinking, well, I'll just hold on to something to catch my balance, I would say don't do that. You might be kind of flailing and falling around, and you know what? That's just part of the joy of doing these things, okay? So you're going to catch your balance, don't fall over. We'll do it for 50 seconds. You'll do your best, I'll do my best, and then if nothing else, we have a balanced training session. Then one arm rowing. So we'd have our feet kind of spread apart. Maybe the hand is on the knee, maybe the elbow is on the knee. If you've got a chair or something to put your hand onto, that's really comfortable. And then this weight, if it's in my right hand here, I take the heel of my hand and I kind of press it up to near my waist. Okay, this is my one arm rowing exercise. I'm really focusing on not letting my shoulder come to my ear, but rather have my shoulder wrap around and almost touch the shoulder on the other side, thinking that my shoulder blades are going to come together in between, okay? For 50 seconds, okay. If you've chosen a weight because you only have the one weight at home, and it's too heavy to do one arm rowing for a full 50 seconds, then maybe you just hold the weight for 40 seconds, drop it, and continue with an empty hand. That works really well, actually. Okay, cool. Are we ready? Oh man, just a touch discombobulated this morning, but hey, that's no different than every other day. Okay, single leg Romanian deadlifts, weights in my right hand. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, right off the gate, my balance failed me. And that's okay. So one of your balance pieces that you're going to use to make this work is your breath. Keep breathing. Each time you just kind of purse or hold your breath a little bit, your balance is compromised. Even though it feels like holding your breath still means less stuff moving and therefore better balance, that's actually not true, okay? So if your weight is in the right hand and your right leg is going backwards, this is exercising the left bum cheek, the left glute, and the left hamstring, back of your left leg. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, and rest. So even though the right leg was going in the air and it kind of feels like the right bum cheek is doing something, and it kind of is, the left bum cheek is working way harder. Okay, so I went with right hand first. I'm going to stick with the right hand and do my one arm rowing with my right side. You're holding it with your hand, but don't squeeze it with your hand. If you squeeze, the arm works too much. Relax grip, use the back. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Excellent. With this exercise, you want to go all the way down till the arm is straight, and then pull that heel of the hand so it just gently touches your side, a little closer to your waist than your armpit, okay? And you're exhaling as you lift the weight. You can choose a variety of speeds with this, but if you go too fast, it's hard to make sure that your range of motion is full, so keep that in mind. So a full 50 seconds. So if you're doing this with me, we're kind of leaving the strength realm a little bit and moving more towards muscle toning or muscle development realm with this exercise. That's because of the volume we're doing today. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So if we want to get strong, we're going to use something a little bit heavier and maybe only do 5 to 8 repetitions, or even 3 to 5 repetitions. But in 50 seconds, we're getting in like 15 repetitions. So that gives us that nice tone. Summer is ending, but it'll be back, and we want to be ready for it. Okay, SLRDL, other leg in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice. So this is certainly more fun to do in a group setting in the gym because everybody does this a little bit differently. Also, when one person falls, it's like a domino and then everybody falls, right? So, but in this environment, the presumption is all of you are just doing it perfectly. Imagine that, right? So at least that's my image. We're all out there in the world. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Perfect. If we turned our cameras on and I recorded all of us, we could submit this as a Peloton ad commercial, right? We could audition for that. Maybe next week. Wear your best workout clothes, and we'll send this into Peloton for an audition. Okay, one arm rolling with the other arm. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Your breathing matches your movement. Again, if that weight is now getting too heavy and you can no longer lift it, just drop it and go empty hand. And you might, if you've never done that before, you'll be surprised how heavy your hand has become. 20 seconds to go. In 10. 5. 3, 2, 1, relax. Excellent. One round done. We're going to do one more of that whole thing and move to, I think it's more cardio, or sorry, more core stuff. So lighter weight, slightly complicated movements, longer time we're lifting it. Not a lot of chance for injury here. All right, SLRDL, first side, ready, set. Here we go. Now this is the kind of, I guess, movement that is both safe and is your body just loves this stuff. Not too heavy. Lots of repetitions. Because we're doing each one so many times, we get a chance to focus on each one and maybe biomechanically get better and better at it. So for this second round, try to focus more on you than me. You know what the deal is now, so essentially just ignore what I'm saying and listen for the timer. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Perfect. If you want an exercise that's applicable for you to do maybe on a daily basis in little bits to kind of just help you overall, this would be one of those kind of key exercises you'd hang on the wall and say, okay, I'm going to do that today just for fun. Okay, one arm rolling. Let's go right arm again. I'm going right arm. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Focusing on kind of squeezing my armpit closed as I lift my arm. My elbow is really closely tucked to my side. heel of my hand just gently touches my ribs closer to my waist. All the way up, all the way down with each one. Only 10 seconds to go. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, so we've set a bit of a precedent, or you have, in that this is Thursday of week 2, and there's been a solid 7 or 8 people showing up every workout. So that's my expectation. Can't tell you how happy that makes me feel, like to see like this many people showing up on a regular basis for the first 2 weeks. SLRDL other side in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And that joy, I'm not gonna lie, is matched with the sadness that I might feel if next week there's only 3 of you. So keep that in mind. If for nothing else, my mental health, that's why you're showing up. This class is all about me, for me. Focus, this is the last time we get to do this on this leg, unless you do it later today or tomorrow, and this isn't the last time. I hope this balance is working out for you. And if not, then you get to practice, what is it? Acceptance, humility, patience. 3, 2, 1, rest. Perfect. Okay, so we're all in this together. So we all know, we're all seeing names, some of which you recognize, some of which you may not. But now we're part of this. We've all noted who each other is. Let's keep coming. Okay, one arm rolling, second arm in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So what I'm talking about is maybe not necessarily a real situation. We're all going to do what we need to when we need to do it. But what I'm talking about is basically referring to creating a scenario, creating a scene in our mind. Like, I'm just trying to think of who they were talking about recently who does that. The story came up in an interview. I can't remember the fellow they were referring to, but they said it's just like what Michael Jordan always did. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Put that weight down, grab some water, grab a rest. So one of the things Michael Jordan was kind of famous for, Michael Jordan, famous basketball player. So, maybe best player ever in basketball. We can argue that later, it doesn't matter. But one of the things he always did was created pretend scenes in his head, like someone was talking smack about him, somebody was saying some bad things about him, somebody said he couldn't play very well, which never happened, but he would imagine these things to get himself motivated. So if you imagine that you are truly part of this group and your presence here really does matter, well, then it helps you show up. And that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Obviously you matter, but let's do what do I got here. I'm going to go with we're going to do 2 core exercises with very little rest and maybe a little more work than we're accustomed to. Oh, we'll do this. Okay, 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We're going to do a plank to touching our opposite ankle. So we're in a plank position, and then we're going to hike up, get our bum up, and reach and try to touch the ankle. If you don't get that far, that's okay. The best way to modify this is to have your hands up on a stool, a chair, back of the couch, okay? And then you still end up going from a straight body position to a pike, a bum out position, and then you might not touch there, but that's okay. The whole point is to kind of go through that motion, okay? Plank, hand to opposite ankle. We're going to pair that with, we're going to rest, we're going to pop over onto one side, and we're going to do a side plank, okay? This can be on the hand, or it can be on the elbow, depending on just your comfort level, or I don't know, if something's wrong with your hand, this is a nice way to do this, okay? And so you're either here, or you can have your bottom leg bent, and now you're kind of a side plank on a knee. And then this bottom hand, again, doesn't have to be on the floor, but it can be on that chair or the back of the couch to change your angle. So it's simply a little bit easier, okay? So, ready? I'm gonna hit the timer. We're doing that plank, hand to opposite ankle. If one of your hands is compromised, you might just be doing one side, and that's okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's for 30 seconds. Constant motion. This works the shoulder surprisingly a lot, okay? Meaning if you try to go all the way, your hand ends up being, well, technically right above your head. If your shoulder doesn't like that, then don't go that far, okay? Slow and controlled motion. This is like half core, half shoulder. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, it's a 20-second rest only. Then we're going to do a side plank. We're going to roll through this a few times. Oh, come on. Okay, 5 seconds. Side plank in 3, 2, 1. And again, if you can see yourself, raise your arm up like this, and then you just, I don't know, look really cool because your arms are lined up. If this is too easy for you, you can do the optional raising the leg trick. And that just makes it harder. If your feet are stacked, that's awesome. To make it a touch easier, put one foot in front of the other. Okay. You figured out that you can't hold your breath for that long, so keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, rest. Perfect. 20-second rest. Get ready for the other side. So for fun, you can also try to hold your breath. And for that moment, for that 5 to 10 seconds, you'll feel really strong and stable. Okay, side plank. 3, 2, 1. Nothing wrong with holding your breath. It's just not sustainable. So generally practice your breathing more than holding. Also, if you hold your breath and you're working really hard, your blood pressure goes quite high. So if there's any blood pressure issues in your body, try to never hold your breath under load. 3, 2, 1. Come on out. Rest. Perfect. Oh yeah, we're gonna try that. If I got the math right, for sure 2 more times. This is round 2. Going in. 3, 2, 1. So pike and reach. Perfect. When you put your hand on the floor, if it's too far out in front, you'll find that you just can't reach very far. So put it not underneath your face, but rather underneath your shoulder. Three, 2, 1, rest. I gotta say, that's one of my favorite exercises to do. It feels like it's doing so many things. And it's not just holding one hard position. It's like the stomach works, then the shoulder works, and the stomach works, and the shoulder. 3, side plank. 3, 2, 1, and here. As opposed to this exercise, where there is no reprieve for anything. There's always a little spot in my back. It feels like someone's holding a match to my lower back. I've just learned that there's no negative implications long-term from that. It's just how my muscles work, and I don't really enjoy it. Apparently it's good for me. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Apparently. Okay, doing the other side. So right now we're resting. Nice job showing up, everybody. We're going in 5 seconds. Get yourself prepped. 3, 2, 1, and we're in it. Here we go. So, you know what you're doing now. Focus on you completely. 15 seconds to go. Feel different parts of your body. Some of your body parts feel fine. Some feel weird. Some are hurting maybe. This used to hurt the side of my foot, actually. 3, 2, 1. Come on out of that. Nice work. All right, we're doing one more round of this. Yeah. Oh, 10 seconds, and then we're in. Plank, reaching opposite ankle in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This can be done super slowly or with a little bit of pace. So last round, mix it up for yourself a little bit. Make it look springy and dynamic. Or make it look like you're a sloth. Super slow motion. 10 seconds to go. We are sneaking in some calf stretching in here, but okay, rest. Oh, I forgot to watch the clock. Rest. Calves get stretched a bit during that too. All right, get ready for our last side plank. You don't have to go to the same side to start with. You can start on the opposite side if you want. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Side plank. All right, if you got some energy left, you want to make it a little bit harder, find kind of that one notch up. So if you were on your knee, try to go on your foot for a little bit. If you had your feet one in front of the other, stack them. If they've been stacked, try lifting the leg a little bit. You're still breathing though, you got to keep that breath going, especially when you dig harder. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice work. Starting the last one here. So when I say I presume all of you look like absolute rock stars doing this, I am sincere in that. Side plank in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And so because I get the experience of doing the workout and then watching the video later and editing it, I know what it feels like, and then I really see what it looks like. And I'm always amazed with how it looks easier than it felt. So if someone's watching you, they're gonna get the same feeling. They'll look at you and go, wow, you're making this look easy, even though you might feel it's hard. 3, 2, 1, come on out of that. Whew. You may collapse to the floor, or if you're up for it, get up. Just meander around a little bit, okay? Catch your breath, but move. Because that static holding position, your body needs to kind of get the muscles moving to get the blood go back to your brain so you can feel good. All right, we're gonna do another glute stretch today. I'm gonna do the one, oh, actually, no, let's lie on our back. So this is the same stretch as we do when we lean against the wall. It's just in a different position. So left ankle across right knee. If your arms are there, you can lace them through the back of your right thigh. And if, based on your dimensions, that doesn't work, just kind of hold on to your left shin. And gently pull your shin to your chest. Again, this is just a post-workout stretch. So gentle, gentle, gentle. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Right ankle across left knee. Because we're in this kind of twisted leg position, our knees might not really like this, so that's why you lift the toes inside the shoe. Lifting the toes protects the knee, and again, we don't have to use too much pressure, just enough to get some relaxation happening in those glutes, because the glutes worked hard today. 3, 2, 1, same thing other side. Oh, okay. I forget, there's what time of day our summer ends today. colors are changing though, at least here in Regina. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. So that's my goal for this weekend, is to get out somewhere where the colors are changing and enjoy it. 3, 2, 1, relax, come on out of that. You may choose to just lie in this super awesome position for a while. Look at the ceiling, avoid your emails. Nice work, everybody, I appreciate it. And so does your body. Have a good weekend, and I will see you next week. See ya.